am Red Cyclone! Yeah!
Release the hostages now!
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to another episode of the It Gets Better This Way podcast. I'm your host, Louis Beans, and I'm here with Merc with the mic.
What is going on? What's going on?
Chilling, Merc. How you doing this week?
Not so good. Getting better, but not so good. I did
Gotcha.
get the COVID, and it sucked. But luckily, I'm vaccinated, so it probably could have been a lot worse than what I dealt with. And now I'm just getting better. I still, you can hear in my voice, it's still getting better. But other than that, like, I'm feeling a lot better. I can breathe through both nostrils, which is a goal.
I hear you.
And now it's like 10, 11 degrees outside, and it's like, fuck. I'm out of work until Wednesday. Like, they told me I don't have to go back to Wednesday, and so I just gotta go. I'm probably gonna go tomorrow to get my take the PCR test just to see where I'm at now and stuff like that. I think it's out. I think it's gone. It's just I'm still getting the little aftermath of it.
Understood.
So educate you guys on this cast. We don't talk a lot about the political shit and things like that, but again, I got COVID. Is something a big deal that's going on in this world. Is stopping matches, is stopping things, is delaying things and things like that. And the fact that I got vaccinated helped clear it up a bit faster. So just some words of wisdom. And that's
Yes, sir.
You do what you want. I'm not saying go do it, because if I know a lot of people
Have people and fight them. No, I understand.
Yeah.
Right? But you do what you got to do because you got a job to do. So
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, other than that, I was able to catch up on games. I catch up on TV. I watched all the wrestling I needed to watch. I was able to just chill home. I got a brand new chair because my other chair broke, so I got insurance. I got a brand new, like, my brand new lazy boy chair that I've just been chilling on, catching up with things, watching stuff with Jackie, watching stuff.
So what's it? Now you gotta tell me what is a 20? Well, you gotta tell me the years.
Yeah.
How old is the chair? Like the do you know when it was made? What series or something like that?
My chair?
Mm-hmm.
My chair? The new one, I have no clue what year it is. All I still know that it was on sale, and it was made for bigger people, so now it's a bit wider, and it feels like it holds you better.
Is it like the straight up Lazy Boys? Like the
No, it's not like
one
the straight
seater
up.
with the...
It's not the straight up like company Lazy Boy, but
No. But I mean the style, the big
yes, it's like
chair.
that.
It reclines back and the feet go up.
Yep. Yes, one of those.
Oh yeah.
And,
Okay.
Yo,
okay.
and I'll tell you directly, I fell asleep already twice on this chair.
All right. That's the goal, man.
Yeah.
You get one of those, you don't need another chair.
I got wrecked in Halo because I fell asleep playing Halo.
Does this one have like recent additions? Like are there USBs in
No.
it or
No,
Okay.
I didn't
Just
need all
make
that. The reason why, because I have a socket like right next to the chair too.
Okay. Just making sure. I just want to know
My mom's
what
does.
is the recent ones like. Okay.
My mom's. I think you came to my mom's house once to record.
When you
Maurice
had
house.
the other chairs,
Yeah.
those leather ones.
Yes, my mom.
Yeah, those
has the
are
USB
cool as hell.
shit. Yeah.
Yes,
My mom
sir.
has those.
Okay.
But yeah, it's really cool. So I was able to like break in my chair. We got a new chair. I was trying to clean this couch. I bought a new vacuum. So I was doing stuff in the house and just getting things back. But I also caught up with TV shows. I finished Cobra Kai, the last season. I watched Peacemaker season. The first 3 episodes are up on HBO Max. I watched. I started Witcher. I watched the first episode, season 2. I watched. I caught up with Book of Boba Fett.
Oh, I did not check that out.
I'm digging it. I like where it's going. A lot of people are bitching about it, but I'm actually digging the storyline right now.
What are they mad that he's alive?
You know what? I'll say, like, as much as we say, like, wrestling fans are really fickle and very fickle, Star Wars fans are exactly the same way. They're very fickle. They bitch and moan that they want new content, but when they get new content, they bitch and moan that they got new content.
That sounds counterproductive.
It's very counterproductive, and they just find things to bitch about. I actually think it's fine. I actually like the fact that they are going back and what made Boba Fett like survive and help him survive. I liked the side of the Tusken Raiders that you never got to see, that they're actually trying to survive like everyone else, and the only way they could survive is controlling the sand because everyone's trying to kill them.
Now, hold on a second. The Tusken Raiders are those scary-looking guys,
Yeah.
right? That you always see in the desert.
Yeah.
Now, is that their face?
No, it's just so I think they are alien race, but I think the fact that it's tradition for the so think about like Arab robe and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's very similar in that tradition. They
So-
earn the wraps. They earn the wraps. They earn the battle gear. The gears, the stuff they add into their gear, they earn it throughout their childhood and stuff.
Do they show what they look like, though?
No, they didn't really show like what's they had not shown like what's behind the mask or what they look like underneath the mask, underneath all the wraps and stuff. But they kind of showed that they have tradition and they actually believe in the honor code and things like that. That they have a traditional weapon that gets made, and that's how they get older and things like that. So they kind of made them like kind of a tribe kind of thing.
Makes sense. Sounds a little bit like a Klingon,
Yeah,
except you can't see their face.
but sand
Is it-
people.
Yeah, except but that's it's very interesting to me because they're one of the few I guess you can call them races, right? Because they're only found in certain places.
Yeah.
Like they're not just anybody can be. What can?
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you that question. Can anybody become one? As
So,
in, if a
Kind of the
human
storyline
sit
is
per
the
se?
fact. So silent kind of
Oh, okay.
storyline. They found Boba fucking like almost dead in the desert. They find his body, and they help him get back together. And they help him. So he started learning their ways, and they accepted him to help them learn their ways because he helped them take care of things that were killing their people. So in return, they trained him how to do their stuff and their traditions and things like that. So he became one of them, and he was an outsider. Became one of them, and they gave him the garb, like the kind of like the skirt thing he wears.
Okay.
In the newer one, that's because of them. He got it from them.
Nice.
So it kind of gives you a good story. The last episode was kind of weird because they had so this is something they added from the comic book that I remember reading because it was the Darth Vader comic, that you had people splicing and adding like tech to their bodies and stuff, and it became a thing in Star Wars. So in Darth Vader, they kind of introduced it, and they did a bit more in the comic book. I don't know if the actual TV series did it because we're just starting the Clone Wars series, so I haven't seen nothing like that, but. So it has something to do with that, and they like splicing. Like this dude has like a fucking cyber eye, and girl has a cyber arm, and she did it to herself. She didn't even fucking like lost her arm. She put it on like a tattoo. And they have these sand speeders that look like freaking like mopeds.
Oh no, I seen the picture on the meme.
You know what it reminded me of more than the mopeds? It reminded me, in Yakuza, the Japanese gangs, the biker gangs.
Okay.
With the silly motorcycles, that's what it reminded me more than anything.
Well, see, you mentioned that, right?
Yeah.
Somebody said, because, correct me if I'm wrong, is it Rodriguez?
Yeah, Robert Rodriguez.
So somebody has said Robert Rodriguez found a way to put everybody's TO, which I think that means uncle, right?
Yeah.
He put everybody's TO in Star Wars.
Yeah.
And the picture was what looked like the modified speeders, but they also look like lowriders.
Yeah.
And so people would take it that. And then, of course, this season, I guess, is going to have Danny Trejo as a character.
Yeah, I heard.
And so I saw the picture that he posted
Yeah.
that said Machete finally made it to space, because I remember that was supposed to be a movie.
Yeah.
So there was a picture of him with Boba with the big monster in the background. So I think that's pretty funny. That end of things turned into a little meme, but it was a wholesome thing.
Yeah.
So
it was cool.
They put cholos in space, y'all.
And that also, it kind of reminded me of a couple things, because a lot of, so it also reminded me of the bicycles.
Yeah.
The straight up bicycles. And it also reminded me of the Yakuza, the Japanese biker gangs.
But I'm just saying, like, literally, if you put Lowrider on a horn,
no, 100%,
it would not look out of place.
No, exactly. That's what exactly. As in you saying that right now, like that's what. Like now is like, oh shit, why didn't I think of that? Mm-hmm. But it did remind me of like, because in I think it was Judgment. Yeah, okay. Judgment has the motorcycle battles, and it reminded me of that as well, because like a bunch of horns, they had flags and feathers and shit like that on the motorcycles and stuff like that.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, so I caught up with that. So I've just been catching up with things. Cobra Kai was actually really good. I actually liked the way it ended. It leaves a lot of interesting story to go into. Have you watched Cobra Kai?
I have not seen one episode.
It's on Netflix, so that's something. Okay, I think you'll like it. If you like the Karate Kid movies, I think you would really enjoy it.
I don't remember them. I only remember the scenes with Mr. Miyagi, and I think that was the second one.
I'll say, you know what?
I know
give yourself a Karate Kid.
Remind me. The first one had them the car wash. The first one was the one where they made the sayings.
Yeah.
Wax on, wax off.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
The first one was the one with the bonsai tree.
Yeah. Well, they all kind of have the bonsai tree, but that was the first one that it really told you about the story of the bonsai and things like that. Yeah.
It's the one where it's the young Daniel at his house, and that's where he's learning all this stuff.
Yes,
right?
and he fights Lawrence, which is the main bully in the first one, which is the star of Cobra Kai.
Now, I do not remember. Now, here's why I need a little refresher. Is the first movie the crane kick, or is that a different movie?
The first movie is the crane kick.
The first movie is the crane. Okay, it started in the beginning.
Yeah.
Okay,
and then the second movie, it was they went to Japan.
Okay.
And then I think he did the crane kick again, and that's when they had the fucking the little thing with the drum that they fucking rubbed together.
No, it does not sound familiar. So maybe I need to watch 2 again as well. Yeah, I gotta watch them all.
Just go through. You know what? I'll go through.
Is the third one good? Because I did see some of the last one with Jackie Chan.
I'll say go through at least 1 through 3, because they do actually have a lot of story points in the Cobra Kai series.
Okay.
So kind of knowing it, you'll understand it more.
That's all right. Then I definitely will think about finding a way to. Well, you said other movies on Netflix as well.
I'll tell you right now, because I'm actually looking at which movie.
Because I don't know.
It's on Peacock.
Oh. Okay.
Part 1 is on Peacock. Part 2 is on Peacock as well. So most likely 3 might be on Peacock. Yeah, and you kind of gotta watch Part 3, just because Part 3 for season 4 is really critical for Part 3.
Okay.
The next Karate Kid is on Netflix if you want to watch that.
That's the Jackie Chan, or that's a different?
That's the one with Hilary Swank.
Oh, I remember that being a thing. Did not see it.
Yeah.
Okay.
If anything, I'll even watch them, and we could actually add a little verdict to it if you like.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want, we start with number 1 this week with our superhero movie, and then I'll run.
Well, let's finish this because we're close to the end of the
exactly.
movie, actually.
But I'll let you see it, because I think Cobra Kai, I think you would dig.
All right.
They did a good job with the show.
Okay.
So that's what I did. Is I caught up with things, and I just listened to things and watched things, played some games. I finished this game called Gunk, which was, I think I talked about it last week. It was a little fun game, a little sweet, a little storyline. It's about like this gunk was taking over a planet, and these explorers came into it trying to find some ways they can make money off of the planet, and they found this gunk. They explored it, and it's just a whole story with that. It was actually really good, and it's free on Game Pass if you're interested. I think it's on PC Game Pass as well, so if you're interested, check it out. I'm about to start Mass Effect Legendary Edition because it's on Game Pass, so it gives me a reason to get trophies, the achievement points. So I might restart part 1, but they'll go straight Renegade.
Do it.
And
Why
then,
not?
Yeah, that's what I've been doing since this shit happened.
Gotcha. Oh, don't forget to talk about the figures you just got in today.
Oh, so while the Wrestling Babble was playing, I got Big Bang on the door, which I just received. Figures that I pre-ordered maybe late 2022, late 2020.
Okay.
Or no, early 2020 actually. This is almost 2 years.
And it's funny because the entire period has been chronicled on the cast.
Yeah. So it's been about almost 2 years. And I just received the Matt Cardona and Brian Myers Super 7 figures. They came in nicely packed, and they have like a regular cardboard box that have both their names printed. And then when you open it, Brian Myers has a blue and orange. He's a big Met fan, so that's why the blue and orange. And it slides open, and you can see the figures. Scott Steiner don't like it because he don't got one yet, so it is what it is. And then Brian Myers has a turquoise and purple. And then if you watched Hard to Kill, you saw his entrance. This is the figure that he used for his entrance.
Gotcha. Okay.
And I'm very, very extremely impressed with them.
Well, they're from Super 7, right?
Super 7, yeah.
And they are, at least that company is known for its quality. So
it has some
also,
really good stuff, yeah.
Also, in terms of wrestling, are they also the ones involved with Jushin Thunder Liger? Or
no,
was
that's
that
Storm
company?
Collectibles.
That's Storm Collectibles.
And they also, so Storm Collectibles actually got a contract with Suzuki. So they're going to do a Suzuki figure.
What? Wait.
Yeah, they're doing a Suzuki figure. I actually might have to get that.
They should do a Suzuki Moxley 2-pack. Is all
I heard they might do a Suzuki, and I heard Ultimo Dragons and on their list.
All right. Well,
if
listen,
they do
whoever
Ultimo, I might have to get that.
Yeah, I might have to. That's like, I thought about Jushin Thunder, but that's not really my.
I
guy.
want one of them. I might go for like
Ultimo
one of
Dragon.
the basic red one, because that's the one that I know of. So I might go try to get one of them just to have, just because I was a fan of Justin Liger, and also like in the newer days, NXT Black and Gold, Breeze versus Thunder Liger. He's the one that could say I fought Justin Liger and no one else has in WWE. So I might have to get him just for that, and just to have it. So I might try to get one of them, and maybe the most basic version of him. So maybe the red and white, or even the blue and white. I'm fine with that.
Do you know if they mentioned a Sonny Ono?
Sadly, Sonny Ono might not come with Ultimo Dragon.
That's what I want.
But I was happy to see Ultimo Dragon like being announced, and I'm like, oh damn. So now, what color Ultimo Dragon do I want?
Jesus, he has. I think Ultimo Dragon has the best.
He's as bad as Rey Mysterio. Imagine Storm Collectibles like, yo, we're making a Rey Mysterio figure.
He still has new colors and suits. Still,
like, which one?
I would love if they made the new Ultimo with the. Have you seen him? Because I follow him on IG. Yeah. So sometimes you'll see him just chilling, but he doesn't show his face. So he'll have the mask on, and he'll have like a straw hat on or a fedora on. And
he's mad stylish too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You'll see him with suits on. You'll see him with like a Hawaiian shirt when he's somewhere like on vacation. Just like, how cool would that be if they made Ultimo Dragon figure with the freaking Hawaiian shirt on or a suit? Come on, somebody do it.
Yeah, it was dope. Like, it was cool. Like, I would like to see Ultimo Dragon. There's just a lot of costumes he had, and there's a lot of ones I like. I don't know which. You know what? I may have to just go with the basic, the bluish green one, the one that was like the main outfit in all the games and stuff he was in. I may have to go with that one. I have a fond love for the WWF one.
No, what color was that?
It was like kind of a metallic green. And I thought it looked dope. and it's a really short one
I
in WWE.
I just remember I like most of the ones that I remember from WCW, which was like the green one, the aqua, whatever. That one, the black one, the
I like the
white
black
one,
one a lot
he had a
too.
red one. He had like, I think he had purple at one point. Like he's one of those people again, like Rey Mysterio, pretty much every color of the rainbow. He's had gold.
Yeah, I will say
Like-
if this is my little dreams, like honestly, if Rey Mysterio decides to retire and leave WWE, and I think he's one person that definitely will get a toy line, Super 7 Storm Collectible will definitely do a Rey Mysterio figure.
Somebody talk to this man.
And
Tell him.
if they do, the one I will have to get and the one I will have to see if they will make, if it would be Ultimate Dragon, it would be the teal, the one that him and Rey Mysterio fought. So I had to get the basic teal, the green one that again, that was the main color that he had, but that was the one he fought Rey Mysterio in. And then I also got to get the Spider-Man Rey Mysterio with the blue tights, the Spider-Man mask, like the basic old school Rey Mysterio WCW, and that's the match they had. I would like those two.
But don't forget the Phantom.
The Phantom, the only thing is,
Don't
I'm not.
forget the Phantom.
So it was a cool costume, but I was never a big fan of that costume.
Well, we watched the movie.
And I fucked that movie.
The
movie
can't-
actually, the movie wasn't that bad.
Can't say that after watching Spawn. I don't know.
That movie wasn't that bad.
So
It was not that bad. But yeah, I would like those. Those are like my dream list. Like they do Ultimate Dragon. It would probably be that green or black. The black one, I have a lot of memories with that because WCW versus World and Revenge. That was my dude. I used Ultimate Dragon all the time. Yo, I used to bust people's ass. They used to use Giants with Ultimate Dragon.
just do the combo, man.
I
If they
fucking
don't
just,
know,
I just went for the leg. Yo, I will take out your legs.
if they don't know how to break the combos, man. Ultimate Dragon was one of them holdover characters.
Yeah, man.
Because I don't know if you remember the ninja.
Yeah, I used him all the time too.
He was trash, but
He had
he
the,
had a
the
combo.
screwdriver too.
but his special was a pin. I thought it was whack. But he had a combo, and if you didn't know how to get block each hit of the combo, you could just do it over and over and over again. It was so cheap.
He reminded me of when they put a Muhammad Ali in World Tour.
See, I never got to play that version of the game.
He was like Joe Coffey or something like that. It was not.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, they gave him a generic name.
But he would knock you out with two combos. Yeah.
So I would like to see that return. But anyway,
Yeah.
somebody make that ninja. Who the hell was that ninja?
I don't know. You know what's funny? He had the exact same moveset as Hayabusa.
I say, yeah, I
Which they
assume he
named
was
him
Hayabusa.
Hannibal in World Tour.
I assume he was Hayabusa.
Yeah.
I don't know who Frankenbeans was supposed. I mean, Dr. Frank.
I don't know.
I don't know who that was.
Maybe PC.
And then the other guy that we listen, we had some not sensitive names for this other guy that had the round face. I don't know who that was supposed to be, but those are some interesting games. Very interesting.
I actually played it recently because again I have nothing but other things to do, so I threw on the 64, and I kind of did my there was like one goal. So the challenges in the Gamer Rage podcast, I think I lost one, maybe one or two. I think I lost one or two, but the one of them I lost is because my game got deleted.
Oh yeah.
And I couldn't redo everything in the time period. So I was like, you know what? I see it here. Let me go do it. So I finished the WWF title brackets on No Mercy.
Oh, okay.
And I did it with Kurt Angle.
That's random. All right.
I did it with Kurt Angle just because I went for everyone's fucking leg and I broke everyone's leg. In my mind, that was the storyline, that I was Kurt Angle and I'm going for everyone's ankle. I was trying to break everyone's ankle.
Well, I mean, that's kind of the storyline he had after a certain point.
Yeah. So that was the thing, and I was able to play that. So going back to playing No Mercy kind of gets me want to try to find a copy of Virtual Pro Wrestling 2 and get a converter so I can play it, because I used to love that game. I just watched Adam Cole, Eddie Kingston, Uno, and someone else play it on the AEW video game channel.
True story.
Yeah. Anyway, Storm Collectibles, Ultimate Dragon, and Shizuki. I may have to get those.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Somebody get Sonny Ono on the phone.
Yeah,
That's all I'm saying.
Sonny Ono, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You been playing anything?
Well, this past week, the release for Monster Hunter Rise PC was, I believe it was Tuesday of last week, so I played that. And I mean, it's more of the same, right? But it's sad to say, I feel like the Switch version was a beta. It's a long ass beta.
Oh shit!
but I feel like the Switch version was the beta.
So we were just talking about this on the Wrestling Babble, and I just came up with a post. Sorry to interrupt the convo, but Ali just posted, I have a message that is much bigger than my dreams in pro wrestling. Let's see. Okay, right. My message is bigger than my dreams in pro wrestling. Despite my best efforts, I will not be able to deliver the message while working WWE. He just requested for his release.
Damn, son. Breaking news.
I just got really angry on the Wrestling Battle because of this shit, and this just happened.
Well, now you can get happy.
Yeah.
He probably got on the phone with Buddy Murphy and was like, "Yo,
you can make
go,
money
son.
anywhere else, man.
You gotta go, son. Don't stay there, son." Then what I tell you? All I'm saying is, to them, he is nothing but his nationality. So I feel like he's making a good move. You know?
Yeah. One of my favorite dudes, man. Sucks.
So I wonder. I mean, when you request, are you still met with the same period?
I think they are letting people go easier now. They're not holding people. And they have no reason to hold him back. He hasn't been on TV.
Of course not.
He's not in the middle sort of storyline. He's not middle of anything. They should respect his. They should let him go.
I hope that happens.
Me too. Yeah, I'm a little. You know what? We were just talking about it, and damn, that was fast. Not a funny thing, but yeah, that was fast. Ali's one of my favorite dudes. The way he portrays himself, the way he talks, the way he just presents himself. He's a really good dude, and he deserves more from WWE. And he has such strong potential to do so much in WWE. And he's like a beacon of just for our nationality, and just like how we talk about Big E and how he's positive for the community he represents and things like that. Ali's the same thing. He could easily be a world champion and represent that and be fucking great. And it's sad that WWE still has a simple mindset with a lot of those things. So, again, we talked about this. You heard me rant about this. It's something I'm actually, I'm a little happy for him. And that will never change my support. I support that dude. So,
yes, sir.
Yep. Good luck, Ali. I hope everything fucking kicks ass, man. Yeah, that just popped out of nowhere. So are you talking like I saw the Instagram? That was the first thing that popped up on the page.
I just wish. Let me tell you. Recently, I don't know if it's just my keyboard or if it's sites like Twitter and whatever. Man, I be getting typos up again. Yeah. I do not have no damn autocorrect on the computer. How dare you? Stop it. Stop it.
Yeah. But
anyway, I just sent the homie a good message.
Same here, man.
Can't wait to see what he does next. That's all I'm saying.
Me too. Like, we're here for it. I hope he does the Battlegrounds, man. Buddy Murphy, Mustafa Ali, Buddy Murphy, Battlegrounds. I'll be there if they do that. Be there with a front row ticket.
You're right.
Yeah, man. Anyway, so let's go back to the positive before we get into this movie.
I mean, well, I don't really have much. Like I said, I was just going through what happened with Monster Hunter Rise.
Yeah.
And my thoughts on it being a beta on the Switch.
Mm-hmm.
And so now it has all the content from the Switch version up until today. So that's good. Can't wait for the update called Sunbreak, which is supposed to be, I believe, in a few months.
Yeah. So
we'll see when that shows up. But as of right now, it's a very, very good port. Is what I have to say. And I got it 20% off because everybody was selling the pre-order for the game like since it was announced at a discounted deal. So there's that, and it did take like a year, so I'm not mad.
Yep.
And if you haven't played it, play it.
Yeah. I
recommend it on PC, 60 frames or more. It is, you can have up to 120 frames, 120 what is it, hertz? If your setup is crazy, this game does crazy. So
nice.
I recommend it. And it's not even that big of a game. It's like less than 20 gigs. I thought it was gonna be more than that. So I'm happy because damn, games is all I got to say. So good.
Yeah. So now get to this movie.
I think that's about it. Yeah. No, I didn't have too much to do. Obviously, we watched so much wrestling this week.
Yeah.
So.
All right.
At least I'm not too burnt out watching things because I did not have to watch more bad stuff besides this movie. Right?
Yeah.
It's just this movie that wasn't great. I feel it was better than Spawn though.
There you go. That's gonna be the benchmark right now.
Yeah, I mean that's one of the most disappointing movies I think we watched.
Yeah. Yeah, because I kind of wanted my nostalgic to hit with it. It did
just not great.
It did not at all.
So this week, in our 2 decades of comic book and superhero theatrical releases, this one is Star Kid, 1997. It is an hour and 41 minutes, and I believe, let's see the debut if I can find this. Release date. It was it came out in Singapore in 1997. It did not debut in America in 97. It debuted in the US January 16th of 98. That's interesting. So technically this is a 98 movie unless we were in Singapore.
Yeah.
That's very weird.
Yeah, it is.
That's incredibly weird. So this movie was directed by Manny Koto. Going through his IMDb, but I do see something that's actually very popular. He is a director on a lot of episodes of American Horror Story. Did you get to see any of that? 'Cause I know that was
American Horror Story. I watched a couple of seasons. Oh, he directs American Horror Story?
Yeah, a lot. Of quite a few.
Oh, cool. At least he did something good then. He did Dr. Giggles.
He did 24 Legacy, which is interesting. He did 24 Live Another Day.
On it. He's a
so like he wrote episodes of 24. I see.
He did Dexter.
He did 10 episodes of Dexter. Yeah. And I don't know the seasons, but I'm assuming it's actually some of the good episodes.
He did Tales from the Crypt. He did Dr. Giggles.
I see Dr. Giggles.
Yeah. He did some stuff. He did this shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Tales from the Crypt, Alfred Hitchcock Presents. Yeah. So I mean, he's got a pretty good track record. It's also written by him, and it stars Joseph Mazzello as Spencer Griffith. Joey Simmerin as Turbo Bruntley. All right, is that the bully? Turbo? Yes. Wow.
Turbo.
I didn't know the bully's name was Turbo.
Who the fuck named your kid Turbo?
It was the 90s. You can name your kid anything. Alex Daniels as Cyborg Suit.
Yeah.
So that's the actor that played the body in the cyber suit.
Brian Simpson.
Arthur Burgarts, who is the cyber suit voice, who I looked up his IMDb. He actually did voices in Transformers. So we have another Transformer alumni.
Oh, cool.
He also did voices in Real Ghostbusters,
Yeah,
G.I. Joe the movie. He was Destro.
He took the bootleg Transformers to GoBots.
Oh, he was GoBots as well. He did Pound Puppies. He was original episode. Wow. So wait, this dude was OG Destro.
Oh, cool.
Wow. Good
He
stuff.
did something good. Not this movie.
So yeah, he's got a lot. He was Devastator in the Transformers the movie.
Yeah.
A lot. Yeah, a lot. Transformers, G.I. Joe, up until Bionic 6. He was Edward Tully. Wow. Okay.
This also had a comic book. They had a prequel comic book that came out by Dark Horse.
Cool. Bionic 6?
Star Kid.
Oh, Star Kid.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's why it made it to the comic book.
But how old is the book?
The comic book came out maybe 2 years before the movie.
Okay. All right.
That's why.
Wow,
I think
he was in a pup named. Look, dude, this dude was in a pup named Scoopy.
I think that's why it made the list, because they did make a comic book off of it.
He was in Night Trap, son.
Trap.
He was in Night Trap. Back to the Future, the TV series. So again, it seems that the voice actors that be in these not that great movies, Conan the Adventurer, son.
Yeah.
The more I go through, the more my eyes just widen up. But yes, it just seems like the real winners are the voice actors, because these movies have not been great. Let's see. Continuing on, Brian Simpson as Brute Warrior, Richard Gilliand as Roland Griffith, that's the father. Corian Borer as Janet Holloway. I believe this is the teacher. Yes, she was the teacher. So she's a major character. Ashley Levitch as Stacy Griffith. That was the sister. So she's a major character.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see. Danny Masterson, who I have heard of. He was Kevin. That's it. So this. I mean, I'm just trying to find people who are of note that were in this movie, but mostly people that played, like, characters that you remember. Yeah. Besides the family, not really. Besides the family and the teacher, there's not really any memorable characters. The bully, the teacher, the father, and the sister, I would say, are like the main human characters that you remember from this movie.
Yeah.
And the boy, obviously, Spencer. Boy. Oh yeah, shout outs to God of War. The PC version just came out. Smooth as butter. It looks ridiculous. So I heard it is a brilliant port. So I might wait a little bit for a price drop and pick that up too. But that's about it for anybody worth of note. I mean, the most I can say about this story is that it gave me extreme, and this is because we saw it as a part of our series. We saw 2 Guyver movies.
Yeah.
And so this movie 100% gives me Guyver vibes.
And
it feels like
the second one.
It
was better than the second one.
It was a little dry. It was a little dry. So they have that in common.
Harsh.
But there being an alien spacesuit that was meant to protect a certain race of people, you find out that the race was very peaceful, and then they were overtaken by like a warlike race, so they made a cyber suit to defend themselves. Before they could use it, they basically pulled a Superman with it. They sent it off into space, hoping, I guess, somebody would find it and then save them. But I believe what you're not told, because you see it happen, is it's damaged. The capsule, the rocket is damaged when it leaves the planet because it gets shot. Obviously, I assume it went off course and landed on Earth. It doesn't really have like narration to tell you all that though.
No.
Like after the initial alien part, you don't really get the narration on like
They were like,
what
yeah,
the
kids watching this
goal
shit.
of the suit was. So, I mean, other than that beginning, you're just left thinking, oh well, somebody will find it. Maybe somebody will save them. And I guess this is a Superman story, but not really. Not really. So our hero Spencer basically finds the suit. He's a little nerd. Like for back then, he's got his room is full of Marvel stuff. He's obviously like Marvel comics fan because I didn't see nothing DC. I didn't even see a Batman.
It's crazy, dude.
Like in his room.
Comic book came from Dark Horse. You'd think you'd see some Dark Horse comics.
Man, who they got?
I don't fucking know. Usagi Yojimbo.
What, Sandman? The
Usagi
little boy was
Yojimbo.
reading Sandman? That's what's
The
no
only
he was
person Dark
Elseworld,
Horse I
bro.
can
No,
name is Usagi Yojimbo.
I mean
Star
there
Wars,
was
I
the
guess,
Alien
back at that
comics, Star Wars and Alien, but you could clearly see in that kid's
Hellboy.
room it was literal all Marvel.
Yeah, Hellboy.
Hellboy.
Those are like the real.
I don't think he was reading Hellboy. No. But basically, so we have the little science nerd, and that's his whole spiel. He's a quiet kid, but you can tell he's into science and particularly space because he has a telescope and he takes it out of his closet when he sees something fall from space. Obviously, I guess he thinks it's a meteor. But he's obvious. Well, they give you the clues early on. He's in a broken home because I think his mom is. They don't tell you until he talks about it.
Yeah.
But you see the mother isn't there. Later on, you find out his mom was sick and she died. They don't say what from.
Yeah.
But you see the father has. He's like literally a stereotype of the 90s. He's the father with the car and the nice house and everything.
Yeah.
He's got to go. He's Johnny Business basically.
Yeah.
So like he picks up his son from school, and his son smells like garbage, and he's like, were you playing in garbage? And then he's immediately back to the phone call. So you tell what type of relationship they have. The sister she seems like she hates her. She hates him. You don't really even get like why.
Yeah,
Like he's
like,
quiet. You can
like
see that he's a quiet kid. And she just
sibling
hates
shit.
him.
Yeah.
She's like, stay out of my way, Lord Nyaka. It's just like, damn, you ain't have to say all that. It's like, yo, in the beginning of the movie, they do not paint you with a favorable picture of his sister. The first thing she says to the father
That just
is,
popped me.
but I'm just saying, the first thing she says to the father is, why do I have to take care? And she has like a nickname for him too. It's like, I have to take care of the little gremlin. I think, the little gremlin.
Yeah. Because when you're an older sibling, you don't want to get stuck watching your younger sibling. My sister used to be like that to me when I was a little kid.
But she used to call him, but he was quiet and a good kid, and she just calling him a gremlin the whole time.
She used to try to beat me up. Well,
I guess the two sisters have something in common.
Exactly. I could relate.
So you see the sisters, basically the boyfriend was supposed to come over. But the other thing is the absentee father is because he doesn't even realize that he probably agreed to have the boy come over and he has to cancel at the last moment. So like this sets the stage for the sister being in the house and like not paying attention.
Yeah.
The little boy basically sneaks out to find out what type of meteor fell and then finds a spacesuit. And that's where we start our grand adventure. So we have a bully, a spacesuit, and an absentee parent. So it's a recipe.
Kind of fucked up.
Yeah, and the sister's messed up.
Recipe for disaster.
Yeah,
And
basically.
that's exactly what we got.
Pay attention to your kids is what they do.
Fucking alien suit eats the kid.
That would have been a short story.
It looked like it ate him. He just like sucked him up and was like, that's it.
I mean, true enough.
We'll allow you
But then
out.
they kind of send you on this wacky ride with the kid with the superhero suit. He beats up the bully, obviously.
That suit would look terrible. Whatever it did.
It looked good. It's the face.
It was bad.
It's the face because it has the face of that alien race.
And they're ugly.
Yeah.
You could have made it not look
that's an
like a
understatement.
humanoid. You could just like flatten it and made it look like a predator kind of thing and look cool.
No, they had to because that was one of the things, the observations I made. That peaceful alien race was butt ugly.
Yeah.
They had like barnacles growing on their face. I'm like, damn, son, watch your face. The hell you living in? They living in the crust of the earth, and y'all geniuses. Come on, gotta be smarter than that. And then they basically the things that were taking over them, that were killing them, were like Sentai monsters, basically. Yeah. So essentially, you get the confrontation because the Sentai monster shows up and starts wreaking havoc. The thing about that is the contrast is kind of merciless too.
Yeah.
He shows up on Earth and he's kind of just like trying to kill everybody.
Yeah.
Like, I find that pretty, like, it's a kids movie, but they don't shy away from the fact that there's like a murderous monster that's now on the planet trying to kill people. So that made me laugh. But other than that, it's a kids movie. It's 100% a kids movie. It's very lots of one-liners. The little kid has tons of one-liners. Lots of really funny, not funny things that happen. Things that should be considered abuse.
Yeah.
Is what I'm going to say. But for the sake of this was in the 90s, you kind of laughed at things like that when kids get beat up and bullied. So it really is that. It's just I said to you, Mark, after, because you said, yeah, you couldn't finish it because it was boring. Yeah, it was a little boring, but I can't say it was a bad movie. It's just, this really felt like an after school special movie.
Yeah. It felt like an ABC family movie or something like that.
Basically.
It's like something for, like, directed for kids and shit like that. And yeah, that's what it felt like. I will say I tried to watch like the last 15 minutes like 3 times and I kept falling asleep.
Yeah, you didn't miss anything.
Yeah,
I figured it didn't suddenly get better. No.
Yeah, it did not get, like, I was like, oh, I missed the greatest part. No, it was just the same shit.
No. It was fine. The way that before this movie, having watched Spawn, right? Yeah. The practical effects way better. Okay. The CG in this movie actually not that bad. That one thing I give it credit for. CG in this movie, not bad.
Yeah, like it didn't look that bad. Like it didn't look, but it looked like it was like straight to TV. Like this was made for like ABC Family or fucking like.
Well, they had some money because they got. I'll put it this way: knowing what we know of Spawn,
yeah,
this movie had some money.
Okay.
Because I'm just basing it purely off of in terms of 1997.
Yeah.
And the stuff we saw, this looked better than Spawn.
Yeah.
It pretty much did. They had the budget to have costumes, and that's one thing I think Spawn really hurt itself on, was that if they did Malvolgia as a practical effect, you could have saved having to do all that terrible CG.
Yeah, that is true.
And
you could have just had him as a silhouette. You couldn't even need to see his face.
You didn't need the whole thing. You could have just made his head.
You could have just had a dark room and eyes turn red.
And eyes, yeah. Animatronic eyes and smoke, basically.
Yeah.
But seeing what this movie did do with the money it had, it was better.
I think that's going to be the common theme for you for the next the last 10 movies. Is it better than Spawn?
It's gonna end up being like that. Cause
damn.
Spawn let me down.
We got a doozy next too.
Steel, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So to wrap this one up, like, it wasn't terrible. Definitely a kids movie. So if you can't stomach that, I wouldn't recommend it to people who can't watch kids movies. Like, it is what it is. But was it terrible? No. So I'm gonna give it a 2.5. Because I finished it. I finished it.
I did not finish it, so I'm gonna give it a score because I did try 3 times to finish it, so I'm still gonna get a good score. I'm gonna give it a 2. It'll be my number 51. It'll be your number 46. So until this day, our top 10 stays the same. We have mine's is Turtles number 1, RoboCop number 2, The Mask number 3, Batman number 4, RoboCop 2 number 5, The Crow number 6, Superman 2 number 7, Black Man number 8, Men in Black number 9, Tales from the Crypt Demon Knight number 10. And yours is, again, hasn't changed. RoboCop 1, Turtles 2, RoboCop 2 3, Batman 4, Toxic Avenger 5, Superman 2 6, The Mask 7, Men in Black 8, Black Man 9, Darkman 10. So before we finish this whole top thing, what I'll do is I'll send your current list, and I'll go through my current list, and this is the time that you could adjust your numbers before we go to the last movie.
Okay. So
like maybe the week before we do the last movie, we'll give you one shot to like fully adjust your numbers. And if you want, like say for instance, that you're number 4, he's like, that's not really a number 4. I want to put this in number 4. Then you have the option to do that before we finish the whole list.
Okay.
So next up, it is Steel, starring Shaquille
Oh man, I can't wait.
I am not looking forward to this. So we got Steel for next week. We got Blade following week. We got Inspector Gadget after that. Mystery Men after that. Virus, Citizen Toxin, The Crow Salvation, The Specials, Unbreakable, and X-Men is going to finish the whole thing off. So we are down to 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 10 movies.
So just to put this in perspective, we're going from one of the worst superhero movies ever to one of the best.
Yeah.
From Steel to Blade.
Yep.
So.
And then he played the one that learned off of Spawn. He saw Spawn. They're like, you know what? We ain't gonna do none of that.
You're not wrong.
So yeah, we got Steel next, starring Shaquille O'Neal. Before we go on the cast, I'm just gonna see if it's available and anything, just in case you guys want to watch with us. I think it's on HBO Max, to be honest with you. It's on Tubi.
It is. It's on Tubi?
Yeah, it is on Tubi.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah. I thought it would be on HBO Max because of the DC movie.
DC, yeah.
DC's like, no, it's not. Stop lying.
DC's like, no, it's not. He's like, go away.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Cut it out.
We got the Man of Steel, Superman. I don't know what we're talking about. Steel.
Nah.
All right. Yes,
all right, so we can wrap this one up. Thank you for listening to another episode of the It Gets Better, I Swear podcast. Make sure you check us out anywhere and everywhere. RedCycloneInc. That is Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram. That is YouTube. That is SoundCloud and Spotify. And we also have a WordPress.
Yep.
Check it out. Where you at, Mark?
Follow me on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, and Twitch. All Mark with the mic. Listen to our monthly and weekly casts every week. We have the Wrestling Babble and Gets Better, I Swear. And we also have the Morphin Cast, the Not a Trekkie, the Shell Shock, and the Game of Rage. All new episodes coming up soon, so definitely check those out. Also check out our past episodes. There's a lot of stuff on there, so check that out. And that's it. Follow the Jinkies.
He's hungry.
Slap that sandwiches out of him.
Keep your distance.
You could buy one of those like reachable thingies that has the claw and go out of his hand.
No, you mean no? You should get the Japanese one with the little hand on it.
The little hand.
the little white glove.
There
Yes.
you go. The Mickey Mouse glove.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man! So within the next couple casts and stuff like that, we decide what we're gonna do next for our verdict stuff. So stay tuned, and we will start a preview, and we'll probably post up what we'll be doing next. So we still have to discuss this over here.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple of options.
Yes, sir.
So stay tuned.